Let me tell you what an ambush looks like in Congress. So we're taking a normal vote. This vote is so normal that entire decades can go by without it failing. It's just the vote that lays out the other things we're going to vote on. It's the engine that starts the week. All of a sudden, something weird happens. The vote starts to fail. So I'm watching the speaker as the speaker is watching the vote, and as soon as the vote starts going down, he marches over to a member of his own party, and they start going back and forth. They're standing in the center of the chamber, and the speaker is basically telling him, you need to stop this. You need to call off your attack. And the other guy is saying, no, this is what's happening. Why? Because 3 days earlier, the speaker made a budget deal with the other party. He made that deal because he's trying to prevent a government shutdown that is scheduled for this Friday and then pass an actual budget. To do that, he has to make a deal with the Senate, but the Senate is controlled by the other party, so he has to make a deal with the other party. But his right flank in the House, which has about 30 members, has a different idea. They would rather force a government shutdown and then try and use reopening the government as leverage to get the budget cuts they want. But the reason the speaker doesn't want to do that is because he doesn't think it'll work. He thinks if he forces a shutdown that he'll get blamed, and instead of making him stronger in a negotiation, it'll make him weaker. And the reason he thinks that is because that's exactly what happened the last time there was a shutdown. The party that forced it got nothing but a black eye, and then we all moved on. As a political tactic, it usually backfires. So here's what's going to happen. This week, the speaker is going to call a vote on another extension to give us more time on the budget. But for that to pass, he's going to need a ton of votes from the other party because a lot of folks in his party are going to vote against it, which means he's going to go around his right flank to get this done. And that is going to take them from being so upset that they're willing to ambush him on the House floor to being outside of their heads furious, at which point I honestly don't know what happens next. I imagine they will massively retaliate, and I will keep you posted.